Hello friends, and welcome back to It's Cocktail Time. Friends, today we're going to make a cocktail called the Southgate. The Southgate is actually a very, very old cocktail. It first appears in Crockett's old Waldorf Astoria bar days, which is a cocktail handbook from the 1930s, I think 1931, so it's super old. Let's see if we like it. I think it sounds kind of interesting. All right, how do we begin? We begin with our shaker with no ice, and to this we're going to add 2 ounces of rye. 1 and 2, and we're going to add just 1/4 ounce of sugar syrup. Now, sugar syrup is not the same as simple syrup. Simple syrup is equal parts sugar and water. Sugar syrup is 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. So we're going to add, as I said, 1/4 ounce of sugar syrup, which I've already measured out. And then we're going to add a dash of Underberg. Now, Underberg is a type of bitters. It has been made by the same German family since 1846 from a very secret recipe. Only people in the Underberg family know the recipe. And it's supposed to be a digestive, so it's supposed to calm your stomach. If you're familiar with Fernet Branca, that's something that was always in bars when I was a baby bartender many years ago. This is the kind of thing that you drink when your stomach is aching from drinking too much the night before. So Underberg falls into that category, supposedly. All right, now that we have everything in our shaker, we're going to add ice. Some ice. And we're going to stir it. It makes sense to me that often when we're making something that contains a digestive that's supposed to calm your stomach, the recipe does not call for shaking, which is too much agitation if your stomach is hurting, right? Or you're hungover. Generally, the recipe calls for a stir, a gentle stir. Now that we're done stirring, we will strain this cocktail into a rocks glass with rocks. This cocktail is garnished with a lemon twist. What do we do with the twist? We run it around the edge of the glass. We squeeze to release a couple of drops of oil from the rind into the cocktail, and we dump it in and try the Southgate, a very, very old cocktail. Let's see if we like it. I like it. We've got the lovely flavor of the rye. We've got the sweetness from the sugar syrup. We've got the bitterness from the Underberg, just a little Underberg, and the scent of the lemon and the couple of drops of oil from the rind actually adds a lot to this cocktail. How interesting. Little of everything. It's subtle. Now, it is, heavily alcohol based. There's not a lot of mixer going on here. So if you're not a fan of a spirit forward cocktail, this probably isn't for you. If you're not a fan of rye, this is not for you. I like rye, it's fine. I think I like this, and I can see how, despite the large quantity of rye in the drink, how it could be a little bit calming. I can sense that. The Underberg, although we only used a little bit of it, is powerful. You only need a little bit of it for it to release its scent and its flavor into the cocktail. I'm going to say yes on this. I like this. Interesting story. I found this recipe for something else that contained Underberg because I really wanted to use Underberg in a cocktail. It's called the Underberg Settler, and it's also supposed to settle your stomach. So I found the recipe in this cocktail book. The ingredients are listed, but there's no Underberg in the ingredients. So I looked online to see if maybe the book was a misprint. The only versions of the recipe I can find, even though it's called an Underberg Settler, do not contain Underberg. Isn't that weird? I actually wrote to the guy who created the Underberg Settler to ask him, how much Underberg do I put in this? But he hasn't written me back. So until I can figure out how much Underberg goes into an Underberg Settler, we're not making that drink, folks. Anyway, this drink, the Southgate, is really lovely. I recommend it. Drink up, enjoy.